The U.S. State Department will soon notify employees affected by its planned layoffs. That's according to the agency's top management official on Thursday, as President Donald Trump's administration pushes ahead with government job cuts. It's also the first step in Trump's attempt to align U.S. foreign policy with his America First agenda. State Department Press Secretary Tammy Bruce spoke to reporters earlier on Thursday.
That when something is too large to operate, too bureaucratic to actually function and to deliver projects or action, it has to change.
No official has given a date for layoff notices, but terminations are widely expected to begin as soon as Friday. Earlier this week, the Supreme Court paved the way for the Trump administration to resume mass government job cuts and major agency downsizing, potentially leading to tens of thousands of layoffs. That lifted a hold put in place by a U.S. district judge in May. In February, Trump had ordered Secretary of State Marco Rubio to revamp the Foreign Service to make sure his foreign policy is, quote, faithfully implemented. The president has also repeatedly vowed to, quote, clean out the deep state by firing bureaucrats that he deems disloyal. No official has specified how many people would be fired, but in May the department proposed laying off 10% of its 18,000 domestic employees. More than 130 retired diplomats and former senior officials issued an open letter last week criticizing the overhaul plans. One target of critique was the firing of hundreds of Foreign Service officers, valued for their experience, regional expertise, and language skills.
The department is also undertaking a historic reorganization, as announced by Secretary Rubio on April 22nd, to better align workforce activities and programs with the America First foreign policy priorities. The Supreme Court's recent near-unanimous decision allows the reorganization to commence and will ensure that the department moves at the speed of relevancy and restores the department to its roots of results-driven democracy. The plan, which has been approved by the Secretary and developed with extensive feedback from Congress and the workforce itself, is moving into implementation. This is about an entity that has grown unsustainable over the years, with elements related to the Cold War and other elements that we have moved beyond, but still stayed. An aspect that you have a size and people working on things that are not within the framework of the modern age or of what we want to accomplish, and certainly the decision that the American people made last year, that Donald Trump's vision about what the world should be in the context of how America can be great again and what we can contribute as Americans, that when something is too large to operate, too bureaucratic to actually function and to deliver projects or action, it has to change.
Can you say when the first RIF notices will go out? Is it tomorrow? And apparently the judge wanted to see the RIF plans. That was a demand from the court yesterday. Is that going to slow down the sending of the RIF notices?
First, of course, I won't comment on anything that's moving through the legal system or the requests of the legal system. And also, I will not, other than saying that the Supreme Court decision has allowed us to commence. And that's what we're doing. But I think it's fair to say that with everything else that happens here, it will happen quickly. This is not going to be an extended wait for people who are listening and watching in this building or fellow Americans at home and around the world. This will happen quickly.